Yeah. Hello! Hi, everybody!
Hi.
This is Caitlin. She's my cousin. How's everybody doing today? Welcome. It's Rebecca Packard. We're creating a Maharishi effect. We're taking 4 minutes and we're encountering an error. Sad face, Twitter. Anyway, I digress. We are creating a Maharishi effect. We come together for 4 minutes every day and hold intention for peace. We're setting aside the 4 minutes so that we can hold the meditation, focusing on the meditation practice that is most in alignment with us, that we resonate with, that we are comfortable in, and we're taking that 4 minutes and just focusing on peace. So you don't get too in your head about, oh, I have to meditate exactly this way. You can be doing a walking meditation even though we're not doing a walking meditation. Hello, Melissa! And you can be doing a small breathing meditation even though we're doing a silent meditation. So whichever meditation is for you, we want you to go to that space because that's where you're going to have the best impact for yourself. And then we want you to just share the same intention that we're sharing, and that is for peace. So wherever you are, whatever we're doing, we're going to ask that you get settled, get grounded, and focus on peace, and we're going to share 4 minutes together. Fantastic. Yay! I'm so glad that you took the time out today to reset, regroup, and reground. Today is 4/20, which is also Earth Day, and I am excited because I had this huge, I wouldn't say argument with my husband. It was definitely a conversation where we had a slight disagreement on the fact that big pharma and corporations are using plastic in an unsafe way just because it's fast, easy, and affordable. And then he proceeded to tell me that there were no other options and that's why they did it. And I told him he was full of it, because there are other options, and there are plant-based, different ways to utilize and create a plastic type substance that's 100% biodegradable. And he proceeded to argue with me and tell me that that didn't exist. And then I pointed out that there was a very large hospital near us where they turned all of their plastic utensils into this corn-based plastic product. It's not plastic, but it's corn-based, it's biodegradable. They made everything in their kitchen, everything in their cafeteria area 100% biodegradable, which was really amazing. It's Dartmouth Hitchcock in Lebanon, New Hampshire. And I was like, so there's the ability to be able to do that. And he said, yeah, but it costs more money. I said, well, in the big and the small, it costs a little bit more money, 3 cents here and there. Yeah, that's more money. I can see that being an issue, but they'll drop millions of dollars on the stupidest of things. So I say, do something that's going to save everybody else. So yesterday, I got my Simple Living or Live Simple magazine, and I was going through it, and there's this very well-known hairbrush. It's called the wet brush. Remember we had those when we were kids? Like you brush your hair and it doesn't tangle your hair and it doesn't rip your hair out when you're brushing your hair. They have like this whole line. It's one of the most well-known brush companies. And yesterday they had a must-have brush for the summer for beach hair is their new 100% biodegradable plant-based plastic brush that's not plastic at all. It is a plant-based plastic-like brush. And so I said, see, people are listening. So I made a post on Facebook at the beginning of the week. A lot of people were really upset by this because it was a picture of one of the whales that's come up that was full of trash, which is just heartbreaking. And then after that, I made a couple different posts about different options that people can make. Just vote with your dollar. Vote in the direction of how you want the economy to move and how you want the bigger companies to move, because they don't care what you're saying unless you're voting with your money. If you're not voting with your dollar, they're not listening. And so clearly these people are not only seeing the trend, the wet brush company are not only seeing the trend that more and more people actually care more about the environment, and they will spend more money, or they will spend the money to make the purchase on the thing that supports their idea and their ideals. And so I was like, see, you told me no one was listening. They're clearly listening. They are clearly making the choice to turn their brushes over, and they're using this as a step in the direction to see who's going to buy this brush. If they become the brush company where all of their brushes are made that way, they're going to put other people out of business, plain and simple. So I thought that was great. I also thought it was great that today was Earth Day to share that. I also thought that why not make sure that today you're doing something, just one thing. If every single person chose one thing to do differently that would change their environmental impact on the planet, that would make a huge shift in everybody's environmental impact on the planet. So like for us, when we have waste food, we don't just throw out waste food, we feed it to our chickens, and then the chickens create compost, and then we use the compost in our gardens and on our lawn and whatnot like that. And we do a bunch of other things where we don't use coffee papers, we don't use coffee filters. So not only are we not having the plastic bag that the coffee filter comes in, which plastic bags are one of the biggest problems, especially in the ocean, because sea turtles and whales and everything think the bags are jellyfish and then they eat them. And I believe people go through 4 bags of those a month. So even though you think, oh, I'm not going through that many of them, you are. We got a reusable filter, and so it's a little mesh thing. It goes in, and one, we save ourselves a ton of money, but we're also not creating a footprint over and over and over again. But there's little things like that. Getting a steel straw instead of taking a straw. I know a lot of people are back and forth on the whole cup discussion because we take cups everywhere we go. People are like, I can't carry a cup. A disposable cup is just easier. Well, one thing, McDonald's has made all of I know everyone hates McDonald's or is completely against McDonald's, but they're the first company and the biggest franchise to make all of their cups 100% biodegradable. They're no longer using styrofoam cups. Their coffee mugs and stuff are all made from pressed recycled paper. So that's a big step. And you can now pick up all of their coffee grounds and utilize coffee grounds from McDonald's in your garden, in your compost, which I thought was amazing. All you have to do is ask, and they give you this giant box. And I was like, well, that's awesome. But just taking a steel, one of those steel straws with you everywhere you go, just not using a disposable straw can make a huge impact. So even if you didn't take the whole cup and you only took a steel straw, that would be huge, because you'd be saving the paper and the plastic. And one of the second biggest problems when it comes to just trash everywhere is the straws, because they're
not recyclable.
They're not recyclable. They don't decompose, and people use thousands of them a year individually, and it's just a bad time. So if you can make one step in a direction to decrease your footprint, do that, and then make it a consistent action every single day. Do you have anything to add?
Just what Becky's saying, the first step, obviously reduce. So making the choice for the alternative, trying to go maybe without the convenience, and something that might feel inconvenient will become a habit.
Yep. Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, exactly. Something that is inconvenient. Everything's inconvenient first. I mean, heck, when we were little, brushing your hair was inconvenient. Brushing your teeth were inconvenient. We as adults now, we won't go a day without brushing our hair, taking a shower, brushing our teeth, you know. So it's those small things. It's mastering the mundane and the simplicity of something that makes you stretch a little bit and change your neural pathways to make it something that's just regular in your life, to make it something that's just part of your day. Another big thing that we do personally is I thrift shop a lot, and it's great because it's less money, but I do it because of the impact that it has on decreasing our footprint. We donate all of our clothes, get donated or passed down, and then we do purchase new clothes, but I do that sparingly on like some things that you just can't do used, but like things that I'm like not using all the time. Like I'm not gonna wear a blazer every day, but you know what? I can get a really nice blazer secondhand somewhere that's actually gonna probably fit me better than a blazer I would buy just off the shelf. But the importance of it is the impact of what it takes to ship that blazer, make the fabric of that blazer, run the machinery and everything to create that blazer. I've now decreased that, and I've now made it so that they're not doing it again. And even if they are creating hundreds of them, I'm not participating in the cycle of what that is. And so that was another reason why we do a lot of secondhand clothes, because it decreases the impact of the footprint that you leave with all of the industrialization of what goes into that one article of clothes. A lot of people don't understand the impact that that takes. So I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Happy Friday! And we will see you on Tuesday. Bye! Bye.